Well then. Hello. Mars. Lombard. Who is Lombard again? For fuck's sake. Oh, I can't check right now.
Do you
That's
think
fine.
Marston committed suicide?
He's some
He
kind
didn't
of
seem
army man.
particularly remorseful. Of course, the record might have set him off somehow. A new incident long after the fact may create a strong feeling of guilt or fear. Wouldn't you say, Doctor?
Possible. Quite possible.
I don't think it is possible, but okay, you all seem convinced.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
Heard of him, but we'd never crossed paths or swords.
Or so. Why would you? Some of these things that they say are like, why would you say that? Like that seems pretty specific.
What do you think that record means?
There is something wrong with this entire weekend, and especially with our host, Mr. Owen.
I believe we're all coming around to that conclusion.
Yes, but I know something you don't, Judge.
And
What
yes,
is that?
you don't.
I recognize the voice on that recording, and it was definitely not Mr. Owen.
Who was it?
Not so fast, Narracott. Not until I think things through a bit more.
Good evening, Mr. Lombard.
This is all like a game of mafia or werewolf. Like, I know something, but I'm gonna wait until until people have revealed themselves. So,
Do you think Marston committed suicide?
God, I
You'd
love
never think he would kill himself.
these kinds of
He was
things.
so alive. When he came down that hill in his car, he looked... Oh, I can't explain.
Like, murder mystery parties are one of my favorite concepts ever. I would love to have one in real life as well. Like, my brother had one for his graduation party and it was so good. But of course there were so many people I didn't even know, and not that it matters, but like there were a lot of people, so like you can possibly make so many good roles, important roles. I think everybody had one clue, and I don't know, I don't remember exactly how it was, but it was really fun.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
No, I'm sure I would have remembered.
Steady, Miss Claythorne. The lad had his faults, you know.
What do you think that record means?
It was unfair, what it said. Very unfair.
You seem to be a remarkably perceptive girl, Miss Claythorne.
Why, thank you, Mr. Narracott.
Is there anything you can tell me about our fellow castaways?
Castaways? You make it sound so...
Romantic?
I was going to say dramatic. Let me see. No one has confided any secrets to me, I'm afraid. Oh, except one.
That is...
I really don't know you well enough to answer you.
Thank you for your time, Miss Claythorne.
Fair enough, again. We'll see. There's time. I mean, kinda. You will be dropping like flies, but there is time.
Do you think it was suicide?
How dare you! My wife died of natural causes, sir. A long illness, nothing more.
I meant Marston.
Marston? No honor in him that I could see.
What does that mean? Because like suicide is not seen as a good thing, so do you mean that since he had no honor, he did commit suicide?
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
No, I don't think so. Not a military man, I'd wager. Lombard now. He reminds me of someone from my command. But the name wasn't Lombard.
Oh. Was he a different name? Did he have a different name?
What do you think that
Was he a
record...
different person?
Ugly. After 30 years. Ugly thing to say.
Good evening, General.
Okay then. May I inspect the body, please? I guess not. It's just there. Nobody's moving it either. It's just okay. Sure.
Do you think Marston committed suicide?
Yes. In my experience, certain types of individuals, when faced with their sin, will then commit the greater one.
The great. She keeps saying, you know, the suicide is the greatest sin you could commit. I never understood that. I never understood why that is. Like, I get the you need to value your life. You know, God gave you your life, and committing suicide would be disregarding that gift that God gave you, or something like that. But at the same time, it's like he committed, like, it's, I don't know. It's weird.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
No.
What do you think that record means?
There is something very peculiar about it.
Good evening to you, Miss Brent. Do you think Marston committed suicide?
I shouldn't have said Mr. Marston was a suicidal type of gentleman at all.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
Never clapped eyes on him. And who gave you the authority to question us?
You're under no obligation to answer me.
Yeah, I'm just talking.
What do you think that record means?
I don't like it. Not one bit. Very queer, the whole situation.
That'll do,
No,
Mr. Blanc.
fruity.
Where have you been, Rogers?
I went to check on my wife, sir. She is resting comfortably. But I'm afraid I have some distressing news.
Oh?
One of the china figures of a sailor boy has been broken off.
Chapter 2. 9 little sailor boys sat up very late. One overslept himself, and then there were 8.
Uh-oh.
Filthy night. I tried to go out to get some more wood for the fire, but the wind drove me back.
A storm like that will keep us all indoors.
My apologies for the accommodations, Mr. Narracott, but all the beds are taken.
Makes one wonder
Marston
where the
says-
Owens were planning to sleep, doesn't it?
A good servant follows instructions, sir. He does not question his employer, unless you'd like to share the deceased's room with the corpse.
This will do fine. Thank you, Rogers.
I
Oh,
wish
so
you a
we
good
put
night, then, sir.
the body on the bed in the room. That, I mean, I guess.
Everyone should
yeah,
be sound asleep
I guess
by
that's
now.
what I would have done.
Good time for a little stealth work.
I don't know why I would do stealth work. I would go to sleep, personally, but I guess. But yeah, no, it does make sense to put the body in the room, on the bed. Like, I would have done that as well. Oh wait, I didn't.
It's a book holder. Seems like a long time since it's been used.
Didn't come here.
A rather beautifully made globe of the world.
Is there alcohol inside? Oh wait, thank you. Yeah, we can check the books.
Wargrave on Justice. I can only imagine the egotism that lurks within those pages.
Wait, isn't Wargrave one of the Wargrave's letter? So we
Wargrave
have.
on Justice. I can only imagine the egotism that lurks within those pages.
Huh. And we don't want to check it out? Isn't it kind of a coincidence that that book is here? Sure. I guess I am a pack rat. You can keep denying
The
it.
drawer is
but
locked.
What? Wait. A desk lamp with bulb. And you have the audacity of saying you're not a pack rat. Okay. What else? Oh, what's that? Diary.
Normally, I would never violate someone's privacy this way. However, given the circumstances, I will examine the entries for clues and transcribe any passages I find pertinent.
Okay, let's see then. Robson's diary? Who is Robson? That whole section. Wait. Yeah, that whole section of the house isn't really important to me anymore. I rarely venture past the game room. Despite his feeble protests, I know he wouldn't really want me invading his private sanctum. But really, you could not find a more cliched way to conceal a secret passageway. I often wonder if Elmer has any sense at all. He might as well live at sea. It's the only place where he seems in control of his faculties. Truly, the albatross is the most graceful bird in motion. I knew it. One of the things upstairs, right, is... We'll see. A photograph does it absolutely no justice. Most other birds that turn up on this benighted fly speck of an island look completely absurd flitting about. I must get away from here. I feel cooped up. If Elmer doesn't change his ways, and soon, he may discover how like an albatross I can be. Elmer tried to get me on the schooner again this afternoon. I don't know what that is. I barely made it to the dock. It's absurd. It's absurd, really, but I feel as if the entire ocean were a gaping bottomless pit. And any boat, no matter how large or seaworthy, is still little more than a leaf capable of being sucked into that smothering darkness at any moment. Elmer can be stubborn, but at least he gives in to reason eventually. We are selling the house to Gabrielle Steele, the actress, and moving back to the mainland. Although I dread the ensuing trip across the channel, I told him I can certainly bear it, knowing I never have to go near another island. Of course, it was just like Elmer to point out that England is an island. Very funny. I cannot say I'm much taken with Miss Steele. She sauntered through the house today as if she already owned it, practically ignoring us. She came with two small bookish men who followed her around like lapdogs. One of them was furiously taking notes as the diva dictated her grandiose plans for parts of the house, making no secret of her dislike of certain aspects. My precious birds, and her ideas for remodeling. A screening room? I can imagine her spending countless hours in there watching her own films, basking in her own brilliance. Okay, so there is a secret passage, I guess, around here somewhere. Oh. Let's see. Is there anything else? So many books. Diary.
I've already learned all I can.
Oh, okay, but it stayed there. It didn't just disappear. Okay. Navigating the Panama locks.
I transcribed the pertinent passages in my notebook.
And again, it stayed there. Oh my god, so much to read. I don't really want to read all of this. Navigating the Panama locks. If I find any mention of Panama, or I don't know, Miraflores maybe, I'll come back and read it.
I transcribed the pertinent passages in my notebook.
What's this? Safe passage to the South Sea Islands. Again, same thing. If I find anything about the South Sea Islands and the Marquesas, Tuamotu, yeah, like something like that, about islands in general.
I transcribed the pertinent passages in my notebook.
And same here, the Florida Keys. I'm just basically trying to skim through and find some keywords, and if I ever see those keywords, I'll go back and actually read it. But otherwise, no thank you. Again.
I transcribed the
Oh
pertinent
my
passages
God,
in my
stop.
notebook.
Stop. South Devon coast. Again, same thing. There is rumored to be a system of natural caves that the gang used to store its plunder within. Interesting. I'm sure we'll find it. Okay, that wasn't too long, so I ended up reading it. But,
To go out in that storm now would be reckless and foolhardy.
I mean, I'm sure we'll do worse. Not off, stop. I don't want any more books. Please, have mercy. I love that we're taking all of these, but not the one that specifically mentions one of the guests. Birding on Devon shores.
Property of Teresa Robson. I transcribed the interesting passages into my notebook.
Oh, Robson. Well, yeah, Robson was interested in albatrosses? Albatross. Birds. Okay, well, if I ever care about birds, it's there. So Robson was talking about... Wait, actually, did we examine the map? Guess there's nothing to examine. I have since learned what snooker is. I mean, I've learned about it. Wouldn't really make sense to go up, would it? Because everybody's sleeping. We don't want to alert anybody. So, would you go out with the umbrella? If I chose to go out now.
9 little sailor boys.
Mm-hmm.
It won't
Sure.
help my brother if I'm drowned in the storm.
If you say so. Oh, it's a walking stick with a bear's head handle.
I can't see anything of interest. This could use a closer look.
There we go. Hello. Goodbye.
I wonder what's recorded on this side.
Let's go check it out. Would we wake everybody if we listen to it?
This is neither the time nor the place.
Fair enough.
It's really dark up there. I need a light source.
I mean, we do have matches. I guess this is not White Knight. Just using matches is not enough. Uh-huh. Without batteries, I knew it. I was gonna I was gonna check exactly for that, because I was gonna say I bet there's no batteries, and there's no. Well, okay, let's see if we can find any. Oh, this is Marston's
Nothing
drink.
else to see about that.
Specifically, why would I take that with me? So there is apparently...
I think I heard a click.
Oh!
Could be imagining it, though.
I need to reorder them.
That doesn't make sense. I think I heard a click. I could be imagining it, though.
There we go. Nice.